Hey, let's get out of the boat, Kev. And I was going to show you Treasure Hunter, aka Treasure Hunter. Copy. Anyhow, just going to show you another part of my battery setup, what I use to charge my batteries. And what I got here, and I got a couple other relics down here. And this is the Powerex by MAHA, if that's how you pronounce it. But it's the Powerex MAHA 8. It's got 8 slots for AA's or AAA batteries, and it's got a soft power mode there, and it's you can run that through in soft, which it doesn't heat the batteries up as much, so it doesn't that lengthens the lifespan of the battery. The more you heat them up, the quicker the shorter their lifespan is. I guess that's how I understand the technology, but that's what I use. It's I think it costs about 80 bucks maybe, but I tell you what, I don't like the idea of buying a bunch of AA batteries and throwing them in the garbage. As much as I treasure hunt, I'd be going through an awful lot of batteries, and I just don't like the idea of AA batteries ending up in the landfill. And I do use some AA, just your regular alkaline batteries for backup, or for if I'm out with some other treasure hunting friends and they run out of juice, and then I get to be the good Samaritan and throw them a set of batteries. But normally, I've been using these Duracell 2650 milliamp hours. Like I say, I've got about in my last video, I probably got about 5 or 6 sets of 8, maybe 40 or 48 batteries. I don't know how many I got. Some of them are beginning to lose a little bit of their endurance, but they still get me out there and get me through. They'll get me through a hunt as long as they're freshly recharged. And here's one of my more interesting relic finds right there. There's a big round iron ball. Isn't that cool? Look at the size of that. Well, that is, oh, that is heavy. That is a solid iron with no fuse in it. That's a solid iron 4-inch 12-pounder cannonball, and it's all at 12 pounds. And I measured it out. It's almost a dead on at 4 inches, and then I weighed it on a postal scale, and it's almost all of 12 pounds. It's been oxidized from sitting in the dirt for a while, but yeah, it's just maybe a few ounces under 12 pounds, and it's a wonderful thing, and I love it. And I haven't restored it yet. I guess there's a way to restore them if you take and put that rusty old relic into a 50-50 mixture of kerosene and used motor oil. It'll break off all that chipped up junk, all the oxidized stuff around the outer rim of the cannonball, and I guess it gets it a really dark gray patina and smooths it all out and makes it look like a cannonball, without all the little chunks and oxidized metal around the edges. So I haven't done that yet. I suppose I ought to get around to doing that, instead of making it, keeping it looking all orange and yicky. But anyhow, here's another one of my cooler finds right here. And you're probably going, well, what the heck is that? Well, that's just it weighs in at a little over 7 pounds. It's got JJ8, which I haven't figured out what that means. And then it's got down on the bottom there, it's got LNONT stamped on it. And did a little research on that. And here, it's got a U shape to it. And it's solid brass. And yes, I did nick it a little bit, so you can see the brass down there when I was digging it. This thing was like at least 12 inches deep. Yes, it was at least 12 inches deep, and giving off a wonderful signal. Of course, it's a solid non-ferrous piece of metal, brass, and yeah, it would be screaming out, and it was at night, and I was hunting with my White's DFX 300 at night on my way back to the command vehicle, and this is the last signal I got, and I dug down with my Leshy. I still couldn't find it, but it was screaming out, dig, 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 keep digging. And I got my my George Lushy shovel out of the trunk, and I proceeded to rip it up. And here, I'm gonna give you a little research. I'm coming into the command center, or this is my command center in the home, my computer room. And this is what I come to find out about the LNO&T. And yeah, Louisville, New Orleans, and Texas Railway. And that is I found it underneath of what used to be the Illinois Central Railroad bridge across the Rock River in Dixon, Illinois. And they blew the bridge up, and it's no longer there, but right underneath one of the pillars, in front of one of the pillars of that bridge, is where I found this. And about 12 inches down. And LNO&T is the Louisville, New Orleans, and Texas Railways. And it says it was built between 1888 and 1890. And then it was admitted to the Illinois Central Railroad System in 1892. I think the Illinois Central Railroad System might have actually bought them out. LNO&T wasn't in business for very long, and which makes this a very, very interesting and probably pretty kind of rare article. And I really don't know. I'm believing it must be part of a train, some part of a train, and with the U shape might be like a split bushing, because that looks like it's perfectly round. Well, if I had the other half of it, it might be almost like perfectly round. And it must have been some kind of bushing that had some grease in it or something, I'm thinking, and might have been around an axle or something. I don't know. Maybe some train guy come along and tell me. I haven't got it to a train guy yet and figured it out, but very interesting. It's nice when you can find stuff it's just cool when you can find stuff like that and research it and find out a little bit about it. And love treasure hunting. I'm getting ready to go out. Just took and cleaned up my Tector. I don't clean up my Tector very often. And forgive my mess. I am a treasure hunter, and I don't normally clean up my house. I usually just pile stuff all over. And yeah, that's what I do. Anyways, no, just cleaned her up, gave her a bath, took my coil cover off, and got the dirt out from underneath of that, and put it back on, dried everything up good, and cleaned it up, blew it off, and I'm getting ready to go out again. Treasure hunter, he likes his Keurig. Got to get himself a little bit of coffee in him. And I filter all my well water, even though it's well water and not fluoridated and chlorinated and everything else. It's probably still got farmer residue and runoff from Roundup and nasty other stuff. So I run my well water through my Aquarain natural water filter system. And anyhow, that's just something I do. It's got 4 ceramic elements in it. They're not the original elements. Those are, I don't know, something I picked up off eBay. Ceramic, carbon impregnated. And got my Lucky Day, Seattle's best coffee I picked up at Big Lots. Got my good friend down there, Joe Cool. He's my good buddy. He's my mascot. Anyhow, we're getting ready to get some caffeine in me, and got some sugar in the raw. We got some Florida crystals. We got that big crystal, not that white sugar. We use a little bit less refined. And anyhow, but then I just wanted to get you the battery information mostly. What I use to get my rechargeables back up to snuff and getting ready to go out and do another hunt. And that, like I say, that is the MAHA Powerex 8 battery charger. I can't tell with the model number. My eyes are bad and ailing, so maybe you can get a model number off of that. I think I got this from Amazon and had good reviews on it, so it's been working for me. I like it. And like I say, I'd rather use rechargeable batteries as much as I hunt and as much as I go through batteries, as many hours as I put out in the field. I use up a lot of batteries, and that's the way I do it. And just thought I'd share that with you in case you get tired of going to the store and buying alkaline batteries and throwing them in the trash and they end up in the landfill. And I just figured there's got to be a more efficient green. Not that I'm a tree hugging greenie, but I do not like throwing alkalines in the trash. every couple days, you know, after every, you know, couple hunts. So that's how I do it. And then, like I say, these batteries have been lasting me about 3 years, and 3-4 years. I don't know how long I've had them now, but between the 5 or 6 sets of them, they're still going strong. And I don't know when they'll wear out. Eventually they'll wear out, but they're good for several hundred rechargings, and that's why that's how I do it. Just thought I'd share that in case you're interested in maybe going that route. All right, let's get that boat kept. We got to get outside and get out into some dirt, find some cool stuff. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.